Yo, what is up YouTube? Back at it with another video here with week 1 of Q3 update with the branded dropshipping journey. And I think in the last video, I was just talking about my reflections on the 6 months it's been, just low-key in the trenches, trying to get something to pop off and giving you guys the realistic point of view on what it takes. I think we have had some good momentum so far in this first week of the new quarter. I showed you guys in the last video that I was at 1K days, and that store is still doing all right. Just need to make the iterations I usually do when a product does decently well off testing. If you guys watched me earlier in the year, I always was doing these iterations when a product was showing good signs, and we haven't had like a big or a good winner in Q2. So like that's why I'm just gonna refresh you guys on what I would do if you guys are seeing good signs. But basically you want to start by testing making iterations on that new creative or the creative that's getting the most spend and getting sales. You want to make iterations, so that includes scroll stoppers, hooks, and just making variation ads as well, on making ads similar to that, taking that same winning message that's working on that winning ad and making more ads similar to that. And that's a very high priority thing you should be doing, and that's something I will be doing with this store that's doing decently well the first week of Q3. And then the next thing is obviously doing offers. Your offer is something I slept on a bit, but it is such a big deal. And basically you want to focus on conversion rate, but mainly revenue per visitor, and finding the balance between that and split testing offers. Mainly not just price point, but what free gifts can you add? What incentives can you do to make them buy the larger quantity break? Things like that, like free shipping thresholds and free gifts, guarantees, and just really messing around and A/B testing your offers to optimize for revenue per visitor. I used to be really focused on AOV, but if your AOV, let's say you try to double your AOV, but your conversion rate halves because you just, let's say, doubled the budget. This is a bad example. Don't do this. Let's say you just doubled your price point and your conversion rate halves, then it doesn't matter that your AOV increased by double, right? You want to find the balance where your conversion rate doesn't drop, but your AOV does go up, and using revenue per visitor is a good metric for that. So those are the two big things I would say you should do if you have signs of a good winning product. Offer testing, and then obviously iterating on the winning creative. I would also shift messaging. So like I would call this like landing page testing, I guess, but you don't need to make separate landing pages, but just if you were testing separate angles, you're gonna tailor your product page to the winning message in that winning ad to make sure there's good message matching. So because I usually test with a general landing page, I would say, nothing too specific. But if you're testing angles within your creatives, you want to make sure the copy on your landing page, your basic landing page, is you're going to change that to match the message that's in the creatives, to match that winning angle. So once you do those iterations, obviously you want to make sure product pictures is a big one, and something that can really increase your conversion rate. So using AI and just optimizing product pictures to increase the conversion rate and build trust, that's a big one. And yeah, making the small tweaks, going over the copy, like I said, the product pictures, and then maybe testing a listicle and advertorial, but I would put that like third on priority in terms of you want to test the creatives, yes, and then you want to test the offer, and then do the small changes to your landing page, your product page, and then making a listicle and advertorial and testing that. So that's what my plan is going into the next week. And some results. Let's see. I'm going to open up my laptop here. I don't want to leak anything. So this is what we're looking at. You can see lots of up and downs. The budget's around 500 Canadian right now. So like this was an unprofitable day here. But bouncing back, this is today and we're not done today. But as you can see, this was where we peaked at, and that was July 2nd, 1.3K. So decent results with this store so far. Gonna try to ride this momentum and try to get it scaling higher. I'm not sure about the potential, to be honest. This does feel like kind of a trendy product, which is something I wouldn't recommend testing, but if you guys have been watching the journey, Q2 was rough, really got nothing to pop off, and hopping on a little trend to get some momentum back feels okay. But other than that store, I did start a new store this week, so I've been quite busy because if you guys watched my last video, I said you really want to have a bunch of Q4 stores ready. Basically now, I'm preparing them now, having multiple stores ready, just tailored towards Q4 products, and having them ready to go testing around October or the end of this quarter. Just it really depends on the trend you're going after, because that's what the Q4 stores are for. Like if you're going after a winter trend, you want to, like, let's do a very basic example that I'm okay with sharing because I'm not running this, but let's say you're doing the fleece leggings, which is a winter product. It's leggings that keep you warm, so when it gets cold, you can wear leggings, but you'll still stay warm. And let's say you're running those fleece leggings, you're going to go on Google Trends and basically see when it starts spiking, and that's when you want to start running ads. And you're going to be running those ads basically break even, maybe at a loss, but it's going to basically follow that Google Trends curve. As the search volume increases, your ROAS will increase and you'll get more sales. You have to be able to tank that ad spend at the start and get that market share. But yeah, that's basically what I'm prepping. So I have a new store ready that I finished this week. I have that store that's doing well, and I tested one product and I killed it. It had one profitable day, but it was just not good enough. And it didn't make sense for me to put effort into, like, yes, the profitable day was good, but it didn't make sense for me to put effort into making new ads, iterating on it, doing the offer testing that I spoke about earlier when I have a store that's doing well. And I just want to focus better on my time. And yeah, so that's what happened so far the first week into the new quarter. Good signs, good momentum. I'm gonna put Q2 behind us. It was a good quarter and I learned a lot, and I'm gonna take what I've learned and move forward. And yeah, so it's been one decent week. We're gonna try to make another decent week happen, and I'll update you guys on that and what's happening with this store and all the things I'm learning. And yeah, that's it for me this week, YouTube, and I'll catch you next week. Peace out.